My name is Anna, and I am a Michaels designer. And today we are going to make a layered summer necklace. I have a couple of examples here of what I've done. So I'm going to bring my light over so it looks a little bit better. I have a couple of different examples. Some was made with a gold chain, some made with a silver tone chain. I also have a couple of different options for your second layer here. You can do some fun, flowers or whatever, and we'll go through that shortly. I'm going to adjust my stuff here so I can see. Okay, does that light still look okay? Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. Oh, I can tilt it. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go through the supply list of the items that we're going to need for this project. There are so many things that you can do with this. This is just what I did. And I have several options here, but if you have other, I'll walk through those as we go. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is some stringing material. This is what I have here in this pack, and I have one that's out of the package so you can see there are 6 different options of cording, and you've got a clear, black, and then like a cotton, and then some plastic. You can use any of these. If you have something else, like, for example, if you have something like this from our Creatology collection, that will work. Be a little bit harder to string because it's a little bit thicker, but you can still do it. You can use, if you have embroidery floss, if you have, I'm trying to think what else. Yarn will be difficult because the holes are really small. So I wouldn't recommend yarn, but I would, if you have, let's see, what else could you use? You could use transite, which is kind of like a fishing line, but it's for jewelry. But it really, any of the cording, if you can stay away from the elastic kind, that would be best. These are not elastic. But if you only have elastic, it will be okay. It will work. It's just we don't really want this to stretch much. So that's why I say, elastic makes it a little bit more difficult. The nice thing about this pack here is you have different options, and you can mix them within each layer for the different purposes and the different size holes that you have in the beads. So that's our first item. And then you're going to need beads. So I have several different kinds here. In this one, I use these wood beads right here. Actually, in both of these, I use the wood beads. I actually used wood beads in here also as something in the middle. And then clay beads. These are like little clay, what they call heishi. So they're little discs. And then the shell, they come in the silver and the gold shine or finish. And I also threw these in here, the clay flowers. If you like this for the layer, then we also have like some fruit. I have some right here. I have them kind of hidden, but some fruit ones. If you have pony beads work perfectly. If you have the small Creatology seed beads, those are also great. And really any beads that you have, that will work. I just chose these because they're bright and fun. And then the next thing you're going to need is craft glue. And this is just what I have here, but you can use Elmer's school glue. Wet glue works the best, but if you only have a glue stick, we can make it work. So don't get discouraged. Just hold on to it. We can make it work. I also have on the supply list a ruler, so when you're cutting your thread, so you don't waste a whole lot. That's just kind of what I do. If you don't have a ruler, we can guesstimate. And I have a toothpick. And the reason I have a toothpick on here is the nozzle on this is kind of big, and we're trying to get, glue into small areas. So the toothpick is good to use to get into those small places. So that's what and then I have paper towels on here as well, just because we're using glue and I think it's on your hands. And another little secret is baby wipes or wet wipes. Best thing for crafting to have around you for when you're painting or glue or anything. It works. They work great. It gets all kinds of really hard things off of things you wouldn't think it would get off, but it works great. So I did not put that on the supply list. That's just a life hack. So, okay. So we're going to get started. First thing we're going to do, I'm going to move these out of the way, but I'm going to keep them in the view a little bit so you can kind of have the inspiration. Now I may end up shifting them out on accident. So, but I'm just going to go right there in the little corner so you can see them. It'd probably be better if I put them up here, right? Let me do that. I'm going to put them up here. So that way, since I'm right-handed, I won't be pushing them around. So, okay. So I'm going to start with my cord. Now, like I mentioned, you can use anything. I originally used this one, but I switched because it was a little bit thicker. So what you see inside here in between, if you can see real careful, real close, I have knots. I've knotted that, and we can do knots, or we can just string the beads. Either way, I'm going to show you both ways. So we're going to start with our layers. Okay, so we're going to make, so if you see this, it's separate. And that's just because once you make the two bead strands, then you just connect your chain. So that's just a really easy part at the end. So we're going to start with our bead chain, our bead links, or bead strands. You can call them whatever you want. And the one thing I did forget to mention is the tools. Creatology has, I'm sorry, I'm turned away from the camera so I can grab mine because I had them behind me. Okay, Creatology has a really awesome new tool set that we just came out with for kids. This is awesome. I'm so excited about this. So we have our chain nose pliers, which is this right here, which is flat. They're sometimes they're called flat nose, sometimes they're just called jewelry pliers, but they're flat. The jaws are flat. And then this one's round nose. And when you work with jewelry tools, when you're doing jump rings and stuff, you really need two. So one for each hand. And we'll go through that in a little bit. I'll show you some tricks and teach you how to open and close jump rings, because there is a specific way to keep the shape perfectly round, or as perfectly round as they can be. And it also comes with scissors and tweezers. We're not going to use the tweezers today, but we will use the scissors. So I'm going to keep those, or snips, I guess is what, kind of fun. Okay, so I'm going to keep those handy as well.
Hey, Anna.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt, but we do have a question about the supplies.
Sure.
So Olivia asked, I don't think the flat discs are on the supply list, and she wants me to post a link, which I'm happy to look up. Do you know what they're called exactly?
They're on the supply list. They're called clay beads multi. And
okay.
Yes, if you look on our website, if you type in this number 647-637, it'll pull you right up to that product page, so you can post a link. So
okay, thank you.
I apologize for that. Thank you so much. I have yes, they're called clay beads. I think I called them heishi, because that's what they're technically called, but we call them, in our kids section, we call them clay beads because they are made from clay. So I'm pulling my hair back so I can concentrate better here. Okay, so before I move on, do we have any other questions? And feel free to interrupt like that. That is, I work great that way. That is okay with me. Just jump in, and if someone has a question, feel free to stop me, and we can address the question.
That is the only question so far.
Awesome. Okay, so I am going to start. Sorry, I keep teetering. I'm gonna use. Let's see, which one am I going to use? What do I want to use today? I think I'm going to use the white cord. So I'm gonna cut a cord that's probably about, I'm going to measure here, about maybe 10 to 12 inches to start. You want a little, even though, if you can see this, even though we don't need that much, we're going to do some knots, you have to tie a knot. So there's going to be a little bit of excess that's going to be cut off, but we will minimize that. And I think the best thing for me is to have a little bit more room at the end when you're trying to do those knots. Having a really, really short cord is really difficult, at least for my fingers. So giving yourself 10 to 12 inches will be plenty of room. And so if you don't have a ruler handy, I mean, you can just guesstimate, eyeball it. It's probably this length of the cord packaging. You can go with that route. Just cut you a little good piece. If you end up with too much at the end, you can always save it for something that you may need in the future. That way there's nothing wasted. I like to keep all my stuff. So anything, I never throw little scraps away. I always keep them because there's something I will use. So the next thing I am going to do is I'm going to tie one end onto a jump ring. Okay, in the jump ring sets, there's multiple sizes, which is a really, really awesome idea. So that way you have, sorry, my hair is in there. Goodness. Okay, so we have different sizes, and really you can use any size. I'm going to go with the smaller ones just because I like the way it looks on the end of mine. But if you use a bigger one, I mean, they look really cool too. You can go, it's just a different look. I tend to like gold, so I'm going to use gold in mine today, and I'm actually probably going to mirror something like this because those are, I'm a brights kind of girl. So I'm going to go with some brights. If you like, like the sea colors, go for it. If you like more, pink and yellow, you can do just pink and yellow if you want, whatever you want to do for your necklace. And really, I had this right here, these beads for the charm. If you have another charm that you would rather use, feel free to use that. That will work out perfectly fine. Okay, so I have my two, one for each end, and one's just going to be off to the side because I just wanted to make sure they're the same size. So I went ahead and pulled it out. So all I'm going to do is, if you see it's already closed, so we don't need to open it right now. So we'll go through the opening and closing in a little bit, but right now, all I'm going to do is slide that on. You can see here how it slid on there. And then I'm just going to tie a knot. I'm going to tie 2 knots. So it's just a regular, sorry, I'm just going to tie a regular knot. So I'm just going to do an overhand knot, just like you would do any kind of knot, start your shoe, tying your shoe or any kind of knot like that. And then I'm going to do it one more time. So that's just the double overhand knot. That's all I'm doing with that guy. And then I'm going to go ahead, and because it's easier, in my opinion, to go ahead and put a little bit of glue on there, on that knot. Oops. I'm just not having a good success here with that. Okay. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little bit of, I grabbed a lot. I didn't mean to grab that much. I'm going to grab some glue, and all this is going to do is just going to help secure our end. And I'm just putting it all over that right there. And then I am going to find my paper towel, and you'll see I'm going to have glue all over my hands. So if you do not like to do that, that is okay. Just we're going to tuck that in. So then I'm just going to string. So I'm going to show you how to do the knot in the middle. It is a little bit tricky in between the beads, but if you do not want a knot in between your beads, you do not have to go with the knot. And I'm just going to tuck that tail in. I'm going to try to tuck that tail in. And if it doesn't want to cooperate, I'm going to use that trusty old toothpick and help get it in there. But I think it worked out just fine. I'm actually going to. Another thing about the toothpick, it's an awesome tool to use. You can use it to kind of shove that end in there. There we go. It's that second knot that's wanting to give me a little trouble. Okay, and if you want to take a little bit more glue and just kind of shove it in there. I just like to make sure that first one in is well glued and put in there. Wiping off my paper towel there. Okay, so so if you can see on here again, real close. Here, I'm going to show you this one because it's a lighter color against the dark bead, so it may be a little bit easier to see in the camera. See in between, those are knots. Now, if you want to, if knots are giving you a little bit of trouble, but you like that look, a little secret is if you get a small bead, you can just put a small bead in between the larger beads, and it gives you the same look. So it's a little secret there. Or if you don't really, care for a big, small kind of look, you can just string them on. So let me show you before I show you the knot. I'm just going to toss a couple of beads on here. I'm not really sure exactly what color scheme I'm doing. I'm just grabbing because I like all these bright colors, so I'm okay with any of them. Okay, and then just to give you an idea. So that's what right there. If you just want to string them on, you can just string them on. I mean, it looks great. It works perfectly fine. That's how this is done. They're just strung on. You can add the clay beads, but I will say the clay beads hole is a little bit smaller. So if you're having trouble getting your cord in there, take your trusty tool here, your toothpick, and you can what they call ream that bead. So you're just making that hole a little bit bigger. So just be super careful. Don't poke yourself, because I tend to do that. And I just made the hole a little bit bigger. So that's just a little trick too. Okay. So if I wanted to do a knot, let's say I want to do, I'm going to do 4 beads and then I'm going to do a knot. And I'm going to do 4 beads and I'm going to do a pattern. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my cord and I'm going to tie a knot like I did, to get started. Just tie a regular overhand knot. But this is the tricky part. When you're pulling it tight, you have to kind of work it down See, I'm using my fingers to kind of push it down on top of that bead. I'm using these fingers here to work that down on top of that bead and see how in there, and it just sits right there on top of the bead. I'm going to put a couple more beads on and I'll show that again real slow. So if you want to
Hey,
go,
Anna,
yeah.
Savannah asked, how much string do you need?
I cut this first one, I cut about 10 to 12 inches. I didn't do an exact measurement, but about 10 to 12 inches is a good amount in the beginning. If it ends up being a little bit shorter than that, that's okay. It'll just, your second layer will just be a little bit, have a little bit less beads on there. I mean, that's the only difference. So yeah. So really I did 10 to 12 inches. And I'm actually, let me measure what my actual bead length is here, what my bead strand is. Okay, so this right here ends up being this part, this first layer, the shorter layer of bead length is only 6.5 inches, but I cut 10 inches, or 10 to 12 inches. So I had a little bit of extra room to tie those knots on the ends. So, and then also, if you're going to add knots, it is going to take up some of your, your length. So, and I apologize. I should have mentioned that earlier on. I'm just grabbing some beads here. I'm just going to start. I didn't get any green. Why didn't green come on? There we go. I'm just going to, and every once in a while, like the end, I'll start to get a little bit afraid. Another little hack here is I'm going to dip a little bit of that into the glue. And then again, I'm going to get it all over my fingers, and I'm just working it on the end. And what that's doing is kind of sealing that end and kind of providing like a needle. Unfortunately, our plastic needles that we have for kids are a great item, but they don't fit through the holes in these beads. So that doesn't, it's not going to help us in this project. But what that did there is just gave a little kind of made that end. I know the glue's not dry, so it's going to kind of fray a little bit because I didn't let it dry. But it is a good little, if you have a few minutes to let it dry, it is a good little tool, a little trick to help thread your beads onto your cord a little bit easier. Okay, so I just did 4 more beads on there. You can see here what I've got going. I had 4 beads and then I tied a little knot. 4 beads, I'm going to tie another knot. So if you remember, I'm just going to do an overhand knot. Okay, so what I did, let's see if I can show this a little bit easier. I know I did white cord and white here, so I'm sorry if it's going to be kind of hard to see. All I did, so if you just make a loop like that where it crosses over, just going to break it down a little bit. Okay. So I did a loop where it crosses over across the top. So straight, bring it down. I'm just going to hold this down and cross over on top of this, on top of your last bead. And then I'm going to tuck this tail right here under that loop and then bring it through. So it looks like that. Okay. So in doing that, now I'm going to lift it up and come a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. Just getting a grip right now. Okay. So I'm just going to work with my hands right here. With these 2 fingers, I'm just working that knot down as I'm tightening, and I am going slow. I'm going slow because it makes me feel better. And I know I can control it a little bit easier. There, and then it's just sitting on top of that bead. Okay. So each time I add a knot, I will slow down so you can see again how I add that on. So I'm going to add 4 more beads, and I'm just stringing until I get to a good length that I like, and which, is about 6.5 inches. But since I'm tying, my fray kind of came off, I'm going to add a little bit more glue on there because again, I didn't let it dry, but it is a good little trick. We have any questions? Everyone doing okay? These little tricks helpful?
Yeah, looks like everybody's doing good so far.
Good. These little tricks helpful. The toothpick and wet wipes are like the greatest non-tool tools that you can have in your crafting, on your crafting desk or accessible. Like I said, the wet wipes, they get the glue off your hands super fast, or paint. Get it on your table. You can work that out. I'm gonna get some more orange over here. I'm missing the green. Just kind of a lot of pink. Pink's my color. It knows it. It popped right out. Let's see. Let's see what color. let's go here. You know, doing a sun, kind of a sunset colors would be pretty. Like if you chose yellow, you know, these colors right here, and maybe even finished it off with the pink, that would be really pretty if that was all your colors. And remember, if for some reason one of your holes is, excuse me, giving you a little bit of trouble, that toothpick, even the wood ones, you know, I showed you on the clay, you think clay is softer, kind of, even the wood ones, I was able to, you know, pop that through. This one, if you see here, this one's kind of, or even this one's kind of got a smaller opening. I want to make that a little bit bigger. I'm just going to work it in, and I'm going back and forth with my toothpick. So it make sure it goes in there, and it just opens it up, which is a great little trick. Okay, another knot. I'm going to break it down like I did a minute ago, a little bit slower. Okay, so I'm you know, I'm holding it vertical in front of me. Okay, I'm going to bring the top down. Oh, don't want to grab that. And then I'm going to, I'm just holding this just so it's easier to see, and I'm crossing it over. So it looks kind of like a 4, if you will. Okay, kind of like a 4. Now I'm going to tuck this tail right here underneath the loop and bring it through that opening. Okay, so then I'm just gripping it, and see how easy it is to tighten that up when you go fast. I went kind of fast. So I'm going to open it up a little bit so I can move it down. That's all I did, was open it up so I can move it down. And I got to hold this. It gets a little bit tricky here because these beads want to move on me. So I'm just going to, that's why I go slow. Again, it makes me feel better, and it makes me feel like I have a little bit more control of what's going on with my knot. Yeah, that one's a little bit looser in there, but that's okay. I think it still looks fine. Okay, I'm gonna do another section of 4, and then we'll see kind of where we are on that. And the next thing we're going to do, I don't want to do that one again. The next one we're going to do is we're going to make another bead strand, but with the clay beads. And if you can see, I have some wood beads kind of stuck in the middle. So, and then this is the kind of the part that takes the longest on this project, but the end is fairly quick. So that's a good thing. So, okay, so there's 4. So I'm not going to go as slow, but I will go slow. I'm going to do that knot again, and then I'm going to bring it down slow. So you can, and again, if you're joining us a little bit late, you do not have to do the knot in between the beads. You don't have to do it in between every bead. If you want one in between every bead, you want your starting cord to be a little bit longer than the original 10 to 12 inches that I mentioned. Not a lot. I mean, maybe 12 to 15 will probably be plenty. If not, if you're already working on it, you know, you may just have to have a little bit less beads on that shorter layer and a little bit more chain, and it'll still look great. So don't worry about it. Let's see here. So this one's a little bit longer. I have a little bit more room on here. So I am going to go ahead and do one more group of 4, but I'm going to go fairly quick so I can get through it, so we can get started, because the clay beads tend to take a little bit longer to string because the kind of smaller. And actually what I did with the clay beads is I color blocked on this one, and on this one, I just kind of randomly grab things. And now I did do some blocking in the middle because I wanted a pattern. But that's, you know, it's up to you how you do that. And get this guy in here. Oh, I need to open that hole. Like that. Perfect. Sorry, I've had a little bit of a summer cold, and my throat is a little scratchy. So I'm grabbing some water here every few minutes. Okay, now I'm going to tie this on to my other jump ring. So I had this one out here, and I do promise I will show you how to open and close them, but we do not need to do that yet. So we're going to take that the way we did this knot and apply it to the jump ring as well, because this one was easy, right? Because we just tied it on. We didn't have to have anything. We didn't have to push any up against anything. This one, we want to get it kind of tight against, not super tight, because you want to be able to have some give in your necklace, so it will curve when you're wearing it. But we want this jump ring to be fairly close to the last bead that we added. Okay, so we're going to do the same the way we did the knot on the other bead, but we have to remember we've got this little jump ring guy. We got to trap inside that knot, right? So just like we did before, and I'll go slow on this guy. Okay. So you can go, I'm just going to separate this I'm going to have this jump ring kind of just sitting up here for a minute at this little bend. Okay. So I'm going to have it straight. I'm going to bring it down and across on top of this right here. Remember, we're trying to trap our jump ring inside that knot. So we want to leave him kind of hanging out in there. And then I'm going to go through that loop like I did earlier. And then I'm going to work that. See, he's trapped inside that knot. Yep. And so I'm just going to work that down. Okay. Before I tighten it too much, because it's the only, well, we can do it again on this one, but I'm going to undo it. I'm going to go through that one more time. Okay. So we have this keeps sticking to my fingers of glue. I'm just sticking to it. Okay. So I'm going to bring this jump ring up a little bit because we want to trap the jump ring inside the knot. Okay. So I'm going to bring it down. Oh, it keeps moving. Okay. So see what I mean by having a little bit of excess string at the end. So it's easier to grip all these things to tie these knots. Because if you have a little bit, it's kind of tough. And this is kind of small for me. I think I'd rather have a little bit more length, but that's all right. Okay. So that went across. And I'm going to bring that into that loop, just like we did on all the other knots. But again, I have that jump ring trapped inside that knot. And then I'm just going to work it down and tighten it. And it's not super tight against that top one. But again, you don't want it super tight because you want it to be able to curve. Because if it's too tight, it won't curve very easy. This one I did kind of tight. But this one will look pretty nice. Okay. So I'm only going to tie one knot. I know earlier we did two. I'm only going to do one because we need some room because we got to tuck this inside here. Okay. And we may need to use the toothpick to shove it in. All right, so all I'm doing is I'm just kind of separating that just to see if I can get some room in here. And I'm going to tuck this cord back in, and I'm hoping it doesn't give me too much trouble. It is. And I'm just going to use my toothpick and kind of push it. See, I pushed it through, came at the bottom. And I'm going to pull that tight, but I want my knot outside my bead. Sometimes I want the knot inside, but for this one, because I have the knots, I want to see it. I just want that symmetry. And then I'm going to trim that off, throw it away, and then take my trusty tool here, dip it in my glue. And again, if you have a glue stick, if that's the only glue that you had available, that is completely fine. Use your toothpick and just kind of scrape some of the glue off the top, and then do the same thing. I'm just kind of shoving it in. Now, this glue is white. This glue will dry clear. So don't worry, like if you get some on your bead like that, I mean, you can always wipe it off if you want to with your paper towel or your finger like I just did. And then you can, and it will dry clear. So don't worry about it. If you miss some, if you see like that right there, it's white on top of that. You can kind of see, I know the lighting is not great. So, but there's a little bit of white glue there. It will dry clear. So do not worry about that guy. Okay. So we're just going to set that aside and let that dry. Now does not have to dry completely before we move on, but we are going to move on to another strand. So it will be pretty dry. It will be pretty dry for us when we're ready for it. So we're just going to set it aside because we do not need it right now. Now in our layered necklace. Okay. We've done this part here. We're going to move it aside. We'll add the chain at the end. Now we're going to do this right here. And we're going to do the same thing. If you want to use these beads, great. If you want to use these clay beads, perfectly fine too. I will give you a little bit of a heads up that the clay beads will take a little bit longer because the hole's smaller. So, and you have to use a lot more. So I am going to choose a different cord because I want to make it go a little bit faster. So it's a little bit easier. So I'm going to go with a thinner cord like this right here. Remember I was talking about transite earlier, that looks like fishing line. That's basically what this is. It's like a jewelry cord, but it's just a plastic cord. So I'm just going to use it because it is firm and it'll go through those clay beads a little bit faster. Okay. So on this one, I'm going to cut, and I'm just eyeballing it here. And let me measure my eyeball here just so you have a reference of what I did. I'm going to do about 15 inches. I'm not doing the knots, but it is longer. So I'm just going to do about 15 minutes, about 12 to 15, but I think I'm going to go with about 15. Okay. So I'm going to trim that off of my cord, set that aside. And I'm done with these for right now. So I'm going to put that cap on there. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab two small jump rings. So I just need one for each side. Now, if you want to mix your metals, go for it. If you did gold on your first layer and you want to do silver in your second, go for it. I think that would be awesome. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to tie, we're going to tie on this plastic. Oh, I dropped it. I'm going to tie on this plastic cord, a little bit firm. So it might give you a little bit of trouble. If it does, you can always use your tool here just to help hold it, because that plastic's kind of hard to hold when it's small like that, when it's short. And I'm just going to pull that tight. Now there is a seam. If you see here, there is a seam on your jump ring. I know it's kind of hard to see on here. I know this isn't super helpful. This isn't really easy to see, but there is a seam. So I try to keep my my knot away from the seam, because I'm going to open that seam after a while when we put on the chain. Okay. So I'm just I'm pulling that tight. This one I'm going to try to get another one, and I made that tail really, really short. I don't know why I did that, but I did for some reason. So if you find that that's kind of short and hard to work with, and you want to undo it and redo it to make it a little bit longer, I do not blame you, because this is going to be a little tricky for me. I'm doing it kind of backwards. So, and then all I'm doing is just a second knot on top. Okay, so turn it around so you can see. Yep, I just did 2 knots on top. All right, and then I don't need to, because it's not cotton and clothy, I don't need to do that glue to hold this down, but I am going to put glue in there because I want it to stick to the beads, and it just gives that that plastic just a little bit more of a stability to make it a little bit harder to come unraveled. It's not going to come unraveled. Don't worry about that, as long as you have a really good tight knot on there, like I did. Okay, so I'm just going to have fun with these. I'm just going to grab up a handful. What I like to do, this is kind of fun. I put them all in here. In order to do the color blocking, I did sit there and separate these. I'm not going to do that this time. And you can notice there's a couple more colors inside here that are not in in here. Like there's purple and some other things. And I just think it gives it a good contrast. And there's some white, which is nice since I use the white cording. So I like to grab like a handful and just kind of line them up like that in the hand. And I didn't even look at the colors. I just grabbed, and then I just stuck it through. And then that's it. And so remember, I put glue on there. So I'm going to do like I did in the other one. I'm going to tuck it in to the beads. And this one, I'm going to kind of I'm going to try to see if that knot will go inside the bead. If it doesn't, that's okay. It's not going to. That's okay. So I am just going to sit here, and I'm just going to add a whole bunch of the clay Heishi beads. If you did not get the clay beads, that's okay. And just use your wood beads or your flower beads or whatever it is you want to use to string, so you can practice what we're doing. It'll give you a good little base on how to make it, so you can go back later and get more beads that you would like, or find some around the house or whatever, share with friends, however you guys like to do your jewelry crafting. Okay, and then now let me measure here what I did. So it looks like I'm going to add about 3.5 inches worth of these beads here. So I'm just going to keep going, because I didn't measure, but I don't know how far that is, but it does not look like anywhere near 3. So I'm going to add some more. And like I said, this is not necessarily pretty. It's just kind of, as far as pretty, I mean, the way I'm stringing, it's kind of a messy way to do this, but I like the way it looks in the end. See, I like how it's just kind of like, whatever. I also like the color blocking, the way I did this first one. This one was fun. And then this one, again, I did just random, but then I had some color blocking. This one was kind of a combination of both. But the one I'm doing today is I'm just grabbing and stacking and then stringing, which again, I think it gives it's a very trendy look. When you go into some different boutiques and stores, you see a lot of them are just whatever goes. They didn't strategically decide the color scheme, because these beads are small and you got to put a lot on there. So for some reason that one didn't look very bright. And it's okay if you have a couple that are the same, it still gives it a really cool look. Now I'm going to go about 3.5 inches on this side. And then I'm going to add a couple beads, and I may do do something a little bit different than the little round wood beads that we did, just for a fun, different kind of twist. I have an idea, and I'll share that with you in just a few minutes. We doing all right? Measure. Okay.
Yep, there's no questions right now.
Good. It's a fun summer necklace to wear. I don't know where you guys are living, but here in Texas, it's hot. So it's fun to have some kind of bright and fun necklace to wear while you're inside trying to get some AC. Just trying to get a good little group that has some bright colors in there. I can grasp it. My little fingers do not want to cooperate today. Okay. Oops, I dropped a bead here. And let's see. We measure here. Now this doesn't have to be exact, like I said, but do about 3.5 inches. This is 3 right here. I'm going to add a couple more beads. Oh, I like that group. It's kind of fun when you see, like, I like to pour them into a container and then just pull them. Like, there's some of them that you can buy that are, I mean, we don't carry them, but I've seen around that you can buy like only pink and only blue and only whatever and of these beads. And so I like to take just several colors and put them like in a little container and mix them up so I can do this type of look. I think it's really pretty. I'm gonna put 2 more on, and then I'm gonna start adding some other things going. Okay, so I have these 2. Okay, so this is about 3.5 inches. Okay, so I'm gonna add a flower. I think the blue's a pretty flower. Kind of make it look kind of a little bit more like beachy, kind of fun when I put my shell on there. And then I'm going to put, I am going to go with a wood bead, and I like symmetry. So I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Now, I'm going to set that down for a minute because, excuse me, I want to add my shell. Okay, so I'm going to grab a shell, and I'm going to grab a larger jump ring. Now, not the largest, I'm like kind of a middle range. I'm going to show you how to add a jump ring. And so this is how you open and close a jump ring. We're going to do this again in a little bit, but I'm going to show you give you a little preview. Okay, so you want to hold on to get 2 pliers. Okay, and you're going to grasp one side, and then on the other one you're going to twist it. You're going to twist it. You want to go, but you don't want to pull it open like this, okay? Because that's gonna put stress on the joint at the back that you do not see, and it will make your jump ring like a weird shape. So I don't like my jump rings weird shape. So, and then I'm gonna thread it on and through the opening of that right there, and then I'm gonna do the same thing to close it. So I'm just gonna twist it back towards myself. So I'm holding it with one hand. And I'm taking this one right here and I'm like pushing it down towards the table. Okay, so that opens it. Then once I slide my charm on there, I'm going to do the opposite. So, and then I'm just kind of squeezing the top so they go together. And that's it. Now I'm just going to attach it on here, slide it on my cord, and then I'm going to continue on. So we gotta book it a little bit. So we got about 20 more minutes. The end part with the chain is really easy, so I'm not worried about timing, but I'm just with threading these little clay beads, they tend to be a little bit trickier. So, I'm just gonna go back to my randomness here. And then I'm gonna do the same length I did, on this side, on the second side. So I have equal clay beads added to each side of my little center focal point of my necklace. You could add, You can add more wood beads if you want to. Here, you can add more flowers. I mean, you can do this however you want to do it. I'm just kind of, oh, that one's kind of, that one looked like it'd been chewed up. It's just strange. But you never know. I'm just going to grab all these guys that fell out here. Probably easier thing would have been just to scoop them up, but I'm just going to make do with what we have right here, right in front of us. And another little twist that you can do if you want to is you can take one of these small, if you want like a metal look in between, you take one of these small jump rings and just thread it on. It'll look like you have a gold one in there. Now, right now, because it's falling down because of the side, but once you get more on there, it'll hold it in place. So it's kind of a cool idea. I like some metal ones, but we don't have any metal ones in the kids department. So I did not use any metal ones in this necklace. I love the fact that we have some great jewelry items for kids coming out. These, the tools, that was my number one, super excited about that. If you can't tell, I'm very excited about that. And all of the beads that we have coming in, the charms, if you haven't been there lately, go into the Michael store and look at the jewelry, kids jewelry section. It is awesome. And there's more great things to come. I haven't seen them all, but I know that they have some great things to come. So now don't forget to hashtag your project when you're done. Take a picture, upload it, have an adult help you. Take a picture, upload it. And our hashtags, I don't have them written down in front of me, are hashtag make it with Michaels and hashtag Michael's Kids. Is it Michael's Kids Club? Chantel, do you know what it is? I should know this. For some reason, my mind has just gone blank.
Make it with Michaels.
Great.
It's the hashtag.
Okay. I don't know if you knew the kids one, Kids Club one. I didn't know off the top of my head. But the Michaels, Make It With Michaels is perfect. We will see it there. Love to see your necklaces that you have done. We have I'm teaching a back to school class next month towards the end of the month. The date I believe is August. Let me see, I have it written down. August 25th. And I'll give you a little preview of what that is here towards the end. But it's a kind of cool back to school, something you can hang from your backpack. Just kind of little, if you like the macrame look, that's super trendy right now. Our new paracord in the kids department is beautiful colors. And then I will show you what I did here in just a little bit and how we'll do that class. And almost done. I did cut a little too much cording, but that's okay. It's always easier to have too much than not enough. And as soon as we're done with this, we're going to close it up the same way we did the other. I'm just measuring here to make sure. I'm just eyeballing, just doing the old lay them next to each other to make sure. Okay, I need a couple more. Here, I need some lighter. I feel like I was kind of getting some dark colors there. Blue wants to just jump out. I'm really liking this like peachy color. It's kind of pretty. We've got orange, corally, peachy. I don't even know what it is, but it's a pretty colors. Okay, let's see, where are we? Oh, we got looks like about 4 more beads on mine to finish mine out. Still doing okay out there?
Yep, no questions.
Great. Hopefully that means I'm explaining this very well and not going too fast, because sometimes I tend to be a little bit speedy when I'm doing these turbo. One of my designers says I'm the fastest person she knows. I think she just wants me to go get things for her. So let's see. Okay, that's close enough. If for some reason you're one or two beads off, it's not going to make a difference. Now, if you remember how to do those knots at the end, this is no different. Okay, so it's a little bit trickier because this is a little bit firmer cording, but it works the same way. So just give your, have some patience with your knot, and you will be just fine. And go slow like me. Sorry, let me show you that. Again, really quick. I'm just going to go slow one time. If I need to go again, please let me know. I do not mind showing you this multiple times. I just wanted to, I'm just going to break it down a little bit. So remember, I made kind of like that little shape, looks kind of like a 4. And I've got my jump ring kind of trapped in that 4, just running around on its own. I'm going to bring the tail through that opening and then slowly work this down to the last bead added. And I'm not super close. I tried to be super close, but it ended a little bit earlier than that. I am going to go ahead and do a second one on this one because of the nature of this plastic. I just want to make sure I have a good knot on there, and my hands are slippery. Okay, and like I did earlier, I was going to use my pliers to grip that. Make sure that's nice and tight. I'm going to add my glue, and this time I'm going to add the glue before I tuck it in, just because that plastic tends to be a little bit trickier. This version, and I'm just going to shove. I just shoved that in there. I just shoved the toothpick with glue on it, and then we don't need the glue anymore. I'm going to tuck that away, and then I'm going to shove this in through several beads, not just one, like we did on the other one, because these beads are bigger. On my, where'd my strand go? Where did my bead string go? I just had it. Oh, it's hiding. How we just did it in the one. This one, I just did several until it, came out on its own. I'm going to pull that, and then like we did before, snip that off. All right, and then I did have a little bit of a tail, so I just tucked it in more. So there's my middle one. And the more you work with it, you kind of want to just kind of work with it in the heat of your hands and stuff to kind of straighten out those kinks, because it's tied onto that cardboard. It kind of has these kinks in there, but it'll straighten itself out like these did. Okay, so we have that, and then we have this. So this is mine. Okay, so I'm going to move these out of the way here. I'm going to get some of these. I'm just going to open up some space because we have about 12 minutes, and I'm going to need my chain and my tools. So that's what I need now. And so I have a piece of chain here. So I'm going to use, even though it looks like I used 2 chains here, I just used one, and I just cut it, I separated and cut it apart. Okay. So I have 2. Let me open it up so I can show this a little bit better. Okay. So if you can see here, this plus this equals this. Okay. So even though you do get 2 chains in your package when you buy your chain, we're going to use the most of our chain within our necklace. Okay. So what I like to do is I'm going to open this up. Okay. So you want to make sure that when you measure your, because this right here is a pretty good length of your chain, which is, let's see, with the jump rings, this is 9 inches with the jump rings. So, and I don't like my necklaces super long. So I'm just going to cut a length on each side, and it all depends on how you want it to fall on you. It looks like, I'm just going to look real quick. It looks like these are just 1 or 2 lengths apart as far as lengthwise on each side of the chain. I couldn't remember if I did equal or not, but I didn't necessarily want them to be 100% equal. But I'm trying to think that you're going to, I think what we're going to do is to make this a little bit easier. If you just want to watch me do this, and that way when you're after the class, you can measure it out so you know what works for you. I'm going to separate it in half, and then I'm going to separate those halves in half, if that makes sense. But it will. If it doesn't, it will. So I just folded it in half, found the middle. I'm going to take my plier here and grasp that middle link. Okay, I'm just holding on to the chain by the middle length. Now this is going to be a little tricky, and if you need an adult to help you, definitely jump and go ask someone to help you if they're not right there with you. And I'm just going to twist these. Oh, these. Okay, these are not going to come. Okay. So new plan. We're gonna cut these. We're gonna cut that chain. We're just gonna cut it in half. Now this may take a minute. If you have protective glasses or sunglasses or something, or close your eyes when you nip those. Okay. So that way it most likely won't come flying up, but I just want to protect your eyes just in case. Okay, so now I have it in half. Now don't count this as part of your half. This is called an extension, chain extension. Okay, so that just makes your necklace longer if you need it longer. Okay, so that's not part of our necklace. So I cut that in half, and then now I'm going to cut this in half. So I'm going to fold this right here again, cut this in half, and I'm not counting my jump ring. So that way I know one's going to be just a smidge longer. Okay. For my longer, and I'm just going to take that middle piece. I'm going to do the same thing I just did. That middle one. I need to flatten here. Here it is. Okay. Sorry, I was closing my eyes so I couldn't see. Okay, so now I have two. I'm going to fold this one in half to find that middle. I'm not super strategic in how I figure out where the middle is. I just fold it in half instead of doing all that measuring, all that math over the summer. All right. It's a little tough. So, I thought I cut it. I was going against myself there. If you have an adult handy that has a pair of snipper wire cutters, that would probably be easy, but do not do those yourself. Please, please, please get help from an adult. And this right here, you may need help with an adult because it is kind of tough. Okay. All right. So now I have 4 pieces of my chain. Okay. So I want the piece that has the extender and the piece that has the clasp attached to it. The other 2 pieces, I'm just going to set aside for right now. And I'm going to work on my longer piece. Okay. So on one side, I'm going to open my jump ring. Remember how we did that? Actually, I'm going to switch gears on you. Let's grab the piece with the clasp and let's grab, hang on. Nope. Sorry. We're going to stick with what my original. Go with these 2. Okay. And we're going to open our jump ring. Okay. So we grasp our jump ring, find that seam, the opening. This one has a seam right there in the opening. You can see it. And I'm going to hold it in place with my other round nose pliers. I'm going to just point it down towards the table. Now I'm going to add it to that last link. And then I'm going to close it. Okay. I'm just going to bring it back up towards myself. And then I'm just squeezing it there. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And my seam kind of got moved around. So push it down towards the table. Slide in that link. Well, it just wants to evade that link. Goodness, come on. There we go. Shift it around a little bit. Then pull it back towards myself. Remember, never open your jump rings from side to side. Always twist. Okay. So what we have now is our first layer. Okay. Now we're going to repeat that with these 2 here. Okay. So we're going to open up our jump rings. Find that seam. Twist it down towards the table. Add one link on one side. These are the same on both sides. Doesn't matter what side. Okay. And then the other side here. I'm going to open up my. And if your seam is not like perfectly here, if it's on the side, and your glue is dried, that's fine. Does not have to be at the top. I just find it gives me a little bit more room to put my pliers. All right, we're getting close. We got 4 minutes, so I'm gonna have it. We're gonna do it. It's gonna happen. Okay, close it up. Okay, so now I'm gonna set that in here. So now I'm gonna take this jump ring here that's holding on the clasp. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna keep that clasp on there. If it falls off, just slide it right back on like I did. And I'm gonna add the end of one of the chains I added to my second layer. Close that up. Squeezing that, and then repeat on this side here. I'm grabbing this one right here with the extender. Remember, we don't want to do an extender. We want to do on the jump ring, the last jump ring that's holding the extender to the chain. Open it up. I'm going to slide on that last one and close it. I'm going fast and here we go. Okay, so you can see now we have our layer necklace. So we can put our clasp. So you clasp it here, but if you need it longer, you can. The nice thing about the extender is you can clasp it anywhere. But that's right there where we made ours. So, and there's your layer necklace. There's a little preview of the class I'm doing. I was talking about earlier. Quickly, I'm going to show you how to make these little backpack tags. You can hang them from your backpack. Kind of fun. They're paracord. One's a twisted and one's straight. You can do it either way. One has letter beads, one without. So look for those. And that was in August the 25th. So I hope to see you there. Thank you for crafting with me today. I hope you enjoyed your layer necklace. And this class is recorded, so it should be up, I believe, in 24 hours. And you can go back and see how we did this, slow it down if you need to, rewatch some of the things, if some of the techniques were a little bit challenging as we walk through it today. And don't forget to post your pictures, hashtag make it with Michaels. Thanks, guys.